Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over why Hero is an amazing Lotus bossing mule. In the past, we did an entire series on very good and normal Lotus bossing mules, but in this video, we're going to be specifically talking about Hard Lotus and why this class performs so good and is such a good investment if you are trying to make Hard Lotus farmers. So the reason why this class is such an amazing Hard Lotus bossing mule is number one, it's extremely easy to play. Number two, it's a 2-minute class. And number three, it has extremely high damage output. So this class doesn't have a lot of micromanagement like other classes like Kane, Blaster, Adele. So this class is extremely easy to play because it doesn't have a ton of complication to it. It's pretty much just hold down one button the entire time and you're doing maximum damage. Of course, there are a few things that you can do to maximize damage, but we're not going to get into every single detail of the class. But more importantly, we're going to get into why this class performs so well in Hard Lotus. So on top of it being such an easy class to play, it is also a 2-minute class, which means that this class is pretty much bursting non-stop throughout the entire fight, which means that you have extremely high damage output the entire time. 2-minute classes usually perform better in solo bossing, so that's another reason why this class performs so well in Hard Lotus. This class just naturally has extremely high damage even with low tier funding, so it makes making this a mule that much easier, which allows you to put in less money to get just as much output as other classes may have. So a specific reason why this class performs so well in Hard Lotus is because while you burst every single time, you have a skill called Valhalla, and this skill pretty much gives you 100% crit rate and also gives you a super stance, allowing you to avoid Lotus's push mechanic and essentially allows you to get a flawless burst almost every single time. And on top of it having a super stance while bursting, the main burst skill called Instinctual Combo actually gets extended by server lag. So naturally the skill only lasts 20 seconds, but because of server lag, this can sometimes last up to 25 to even 35 seconds. So you're literally getting a longer burst and more damage output just for the server extending the skill. On top of Valhalla, you can also use Impenetrable Skin for a super stance. And a lot of times I'll use this skill when platforms come down and I don't have an iframe up. And you can use this so Lotus's push doesn't affect you if you're not able to blink in the air, which gives it a little bit higher survivability than other classes do. And speaking of survivability, this class also does have a short cooldown iframe, which makes surviving a lot easier in Lotus, especially in P3 when there's a lot of things going on. On top of its extremely good burst and its extremely good damage uptime on the boss, this class also does have a debuff called Puncture. This is going to allow critical hits to deal 11% more damage, so it's giving you even more damage on the boss throughout the fight. So just make sure you're debuffing the boss every so often for a little bit extra added damage. And on top of all these other things from damage output, burst, survivability, this class has an extremely good dash for Lotus as well, making it extremely easy to actually avoid Lotus's push. Having a dash in Hard Lotus is extremely good just because it allows you to avoid a lot of the attacks. A lot of times in Hard Lotus, when you're jumping around, you can get caught up by getting hit by either a debris that stuns you or jumping into a train or accidentally jumping into Lotus's FMA where she shoots out purple balls. So being able to dash around and control your movement is extremely crucial in Hard Lotus, and it's going to allow you to have maximum damage uptime while staying alive in the boss. And if you're somebody who likes to push your characters even further and go to level 260 for Hard Lotus bossy mules, this class has an extremely good 6 job as well. Even if you just get the origin itself is a ton of extra damage, but if you do want to get the mastery, Raging Blow on this class is extremely good as well, and it's going to give you a ton of FD added on top of the kit overall. Obviously you don't have to get to level 260, and it's definitely not a necessity. I personally don't get any of my Hard Lotus farmers to level 260, but I know that some people do like to push a little bit further just to get a little bit extra damage. So if that is something that you are interested in doing on Hard Lotus mules, this 6 job is one of the best in the game. But yeah guys, that pretty much covers everything on why Hero is an extremely good Hard Lotus bossing mule. This is one of the cheapest bossing mules that you can make because its damage output is so high for such little funding. I have one, and personally mine is at 29k stat with a few 21 star gear, and my Hard Lotus runs are very quick every single week, and and I never have to worry about dying out because the run is too long or the class's kit isn't good for hard Lotus. So if you guys are interested in making a hard Lotus bossing mule, I definitely suggest making a hero as your first, or if you already have a few, definitely making hero as your next one. But I hope this video did help any of you out in deciding which mules you will make for hard Lotus bossing mules. But with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.